Hello, my name is Erika Buenrostro. I'm your Spanish instructor for Spanish 1014 at UA Cossatot. If you need to get a hold of me, please email me at any time. I'll be more than glad to help you. All right, in this lesson, what we're going to cover is we're going to identify basic colors in Spanish. We're also going to identify whether they are masculine or feminine, and we're also going to talk about their ending, plural form being S or ES. Okay, so vocabulary-wise, our vocabulary for this week is going to be amarillo, naranja, arcoíris, azul, blanco, claro, color rojo, which is also known as colorado. In this area, you're more than likely going to hear rojo more than you do colorado, dorado, durazno, marrón. I'm going to make a quick pause right here because we've got a double R there, so that's r, so it's marrón, which is known as café in this area. That's probably what you're gonna hear. For brown, morado, violeta, negro, oscuro, plateado, rosado, verde, and violeta again. I guess I'll get it on there twice. This is your vocabulary for this week, so make sure you use flashcards, repetitive, start your own. Once again, you can start your own Spanish dictionary. Try to repeat these as much as you can. These will be on your test. All right, let's talk about agreement of colors. Since colors are adjectives, they describe what the noun is like. So we know that adjectives, are, they describe the noun, okay? They must agree in number and gender with the nouns to which they are attached. Colors that end in vowels, for example, ending in A, have to agree with the feminine nouns or O to agree with masculine nouns. If a color ends in a consonant, such as azul, it doesn't change. To pluralize a color that ends in a vowel, simply add an S. If the color ends in a consonant, add ES. Okay, so basically, to sum it up, if an adjective ends in a consonant, we're going to add ES at the end. Okay, so in this example, if we're talking about azul, that's a consonant. L is a consonant. So what we're going to do, we're going to add ES at the end to make it azules, to make it plural. Okay, all right. If it actually ends in a vowel such as A or any other vowel, we're only going to add an S. Agreement colors continued. Here we go. Here's a couple examples that I've got for you. We've got el gato negro. Let's identify what the noun is. Okay, we're talking about the black cat. So gato is the noun. In Spanish, normally the noun will come before the adjective, which as in English, it could go either way. But in Spanish, once again, normally your noun will come before your adjective. Okay. So in this case, we know that gato is the noun. Okay. And if we know that that is the noun, that is masculine, as you can tell. El gato. Okay. All right. We're talking about one cat, so it's going to say negro. Okay, the black cat. If we want to make it plural, we're going to say los gatos. This ended, okay, in a vowel, so we're just going to add an S. And because we have to have our adjectives agree with our nouns, we're also going to add an S to negros. Okay. The other example that we see here is la pared azul, the blue wall. Okay. We're going to find our noun, okay, which is pared. Okay, that is our noun. And then our wall is blue. This is singular. La pared, feminine. Las paredes azules would be plural. But let's pause and look at this. Paredes, okay, that ended in a consonant, so we're going to add ES. And we mentioned before that your adjective should match your noun, so then we're going to add ES to azules. Double colors. Agreement with the noun is slightly different when the name of the color includes two adjectives instead of just one, as in azul claro, which would be translated to light blue. The second adjective, in this case, claro, is the one that must agree with the noun. The first adjective, blue, does not change. So now let's look at an example of that. We've got la casa azul clara, which basically reads the light blue house. Let's find our noun. Our noun is casa, okay? La casa, feminine. Okay, so now we know that azul claro are our two double colors, just double colors. I'm so sorry. Okay, so we know that azul clara, okay, so what are we going to do to make it plural? We only focus on the second adjective to make it plural, okay? So in other words, if we've got las casas, okay, that's feminine. That is a vowel, so we're going to just add an S. Azul claras. We also make the second adjective plural. You see how we didn't do anything to the first color. Okay, this is important. Even if you're Latino, I know that I have heard several Spanish-speaking Latinos make both adjectives plural. Wrong. You only focus on the second color to make it plural. Okay, I've got a couple of practice exercises here for you. So for example, I've got a yellow house. Okay, let's do this first one together. So let's find what our noun is. Okay, our house would be the noun. Okay, and we know by learning our vocabulary that a yellow house, yellow is amarillo. Okay, so how would you translate this? I'm going to give you a few seconds to think about this. Okay, if you said A, that is correct because this is actually not plural. We're only talking about one house. Now, let's talk about A, la casa. Okay, feminine, la casa, singular. Okay, all right. I'm going to give you enough time to, or I'm going to give you a few minutes to do number 2 by yourself, and then I'll give you the answer. All right, if you actually, on number 2, if you think that B is the correct answer, you are correct because we're talking about the blue pencils. Okay, pencils is plural. So we would say los lápices azules. Okay, singular is lápiz. It's a consonant, so we add ES at the end to make it plural. Okay, so it's A and B. All right, for our next exercises, I'm going to also allow you take a few minutes, pause this video if you've got to take more time than allotted, but go ahead and try to do in 1, 2, and 3, please. All right, so for number 1, if you said plural, that is correct. Okay, amarillo would be singular, so if we add the S, because this is a vowel, that makes it plural. Dorados, dorado by itself would be singular. We add an S because it's a vowel. And number 3 is rojo, okay? And that is actually going to be singular. So, good job. All right. Got a couple of notes here that I left from a previous class, and I decided to go ahead and leave it on there because I feel like it is important for you guys to distinguish or continue to practice basically with these phrases. So I'm going to say them and I'm going to pause for a few minutes and I'm going to let you kind of find where the noun is, what's singular, what's plural. First one, me gustan los automóviles amarillos. Okay, which basically reads, I like yellow cars. Okay, where's our noun? Automóviles. We're talking about plural, ES. Why did we add ES? Because we had an L. Okay, it's a consonant. Okay, so therefore we also have to match our adjective. So we have to make that amarillos. In this case, the amarillo ends in a vowel, so we add an S only. Okay, all right, the next sentence reads, La Casa Verde es una gran novela de Vargas Llosa. The Greenhouse is a great novel of Vargas Llosa. Okay, so then our noun is casa. Verde is our adjective. Okay, it is actually singular. If we wanted to make it plural, because casa ends in a vowel, we would add an S. To make verdes plural, we would actually add just an S because it's already a vowel, correct? All right, number 3. El cielo es de un azul muy claro en la playa. The sky is a very light blue at the beach. Okay, so cielo is actually our noun. And azul, okay, is actually our adjective. And claro is also brought up here earlier, but we're actually just focusing on azul, because it's basically saying that it's a light blue, right? So if we have 2 adjectives, we're going to focus on changing the second one only if we're going to make it plural. In this case, it is singular, so therefore they both are going to look singular. Okay, if we wanted to make it plural, cielo would actually be, we would have to add an S after the vowel. Okay, now if we wanted to make the rest work with that noun, we would have to change claro to plural by adding an S. So then it would read, el cielo es de un azul muy claro. Los cielos es de un azul muy claros en la playa. Okay? All right, the next one reads, necesito mi cuaderno negro, which reads, I need my black notebook. We're going to identify our noun, which is cuaderno. It's singular. So then negro is also singular. To make it plural, of course, we'd add an S to both. The last sentence reads, mi novia se puso roja. My girlfriend turned red. Novia is the noun, it's singular, so then roja will also be singular. Here's my point with these practice phrases. They are super important. Why? Because once you have learned your vocabulary, or the more repetition that I have available for you when we read, you're going to automatically recognize your vocabulary words, which really helps because of one, you've got a test that's got those on there, and two, whenever you're out in the real world and somebody's speaking Spanish, you're easily going to pick up on those specific words because it's so repetitive that by now you're going to pick them up in every sentence. Okay, and I've got a couple of practice videos here that I'm still going to share with you. And while we do that, remember, we are trying to actually recognize vocabulary words within the video. We're going to try to recognize if they're singular or plural, and then we're going to recognize their gender as well.
Vamos a hablar de los colores. Por ejemplo, el cielo es azul, el pasto es verde, esta rosa es roja, las nubes son blancas, la tierra es color café.
Okay, there are several vocabulary words on here that you should have picked up. We have colores, which is colors. Then we have cielo es azul, cielo es sky, azul, verde, roja, blancas, café. If you don't know what these nouns are, once again, I recommend that you start a personal dictionary. Tierra is land. Nubes is the clouds. The rose is red. The green grass. The sky is blue. Okay, that's just one of those things that I'm going to recommend for you, and I've got a second video for you. And this person is from Mexico DF, so she may pronounce things.
Bueno, vamos a mostrar estas flores. Esta flor aquí es amarilla, esta es color durazno, color naranja, color verde con amarillo. Y pues nada más, no creo más colores.
All right, in her video, we're looking at her showing us her flowers. They're yellow, okay, peach colored, orange, yellow. And then she says, and that's about it. No more colors. Okay. All right. So make sure, and those are just practice exercises also for you so that whenever you do learn your vocabulary, it's easier for you to pick those up in sentences. Okay. All right. Assignments for this week. I've got Blackboard discussion available for you. Task 3, lesson 3. You're going to create a thread. Once again, you're going to get full credit only if you provide feedback from other threads that other students have provided for you. This, and also by creating your own thread. The whole idea of Blackboard discussion is for you guys to learn among yourself. Okay, I want you guys to communicate, hey, this is what was new for me, or this is, I didn't know this. Just anything, any observations. Task 3 quiz is also available for you. You're going to find it under the assignment tab, task quizzes, and quiz task 3. Okay, with that being said, I want to go to Blackboard on here. All your lessons are here, as you should know by now. If at any time those videos that I showed you are not able to hear, I'm going to have them and provide them available separately in that same week's assignments. Make sure, okay, since we're identifying basic colors, this is where you're going to find the video, okay, that I just showed you. I'm also going to include the other two if you're not able to hear them so that you can access them. Make sure that either way you are actually reading all this. It is a brief review of what I've gone over in the video. If you decide to do the podcast, I want to encourage you to do that because the more practice, the better. This is where you can find tasks, identify colors right here, task 3. Here's the videos that I showed you, grammar, vocabulary, phrases, and here's the podcast that I was discussing. Okay, so these are additional links that I think you will benefit from. The more, the merrier. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact contact me at any time. Here is my email, and I'll be glad to help you. Thank you.